I was digging it. Kind of ended on a cliffhanger of some sorts, but the fighting was cool. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Sakra. It's a movie directed by Donnie Yen, starring Donnie Yen. If you don't know who Donnie Yen is, he's the blind guy in John Wick 4. In this particular movie, he plays Master Feng. When we meet him, he's being adopted. He gets dropped off at somebody's house in a carriage, and they take care of him. You see him doing stuff early on. Yes, there's a lot of wire work. He jumps up on a roof as like a kid. And then you see him join this gang. It's called the Beggar Gang. And they do various things. Assassinate people, help people, protect people. But as an adult, he's like the leader of the gang. So after rescuing someone, he goes back with some of his crew to this forest. And there's a whole bunch of people there. And it's like it's a lot of people. And, you know, he's chilling. And then somebody comes and they like, we have this letter. And it talks about his adoption. And he's like, yeah, I know I'm adopted. You know, you guys know my parents. And then they're like, no, you're apparently from Catan. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But that's like their rivals because he's being raised by Song. And they're like, whoa, you're from there? Nah, we can't rock with you. And apparently you killed this woman's husband. So he's like, what? Like, I didn't do any of that. And then they have these 4 leaders. So they're like, each one of the leaders are supposed to stab you or something. That's like, you know, the punishment. And he takes one of the knives and he's like, I don't want to fight any of you. I don't want to harm anybody from Song. I'm going to stab myself because I don't want the blood on your hands. So he just takes the knife, stabs himself 4 times. Boom, 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 boom. And then he takes his sword out and he puts it on the ground. He's like, I am no longer the leader of the Beggar Gang. I'm going to figure this all out. And I'll, you know, return. It's like, all right, cool. We getting somewhere. So he goes home, you know, to see his parents. They're dead. And of course, somebody comes in. They're like, oh my God, he killed his parents. And he's like, so then he leaves there. He's like, I'm gonna go see my master because I need some guidance and understanding. So he goes to see his master, and he's talking to the master. And then he goes, and the master's dead. And then, of course, somebody's like, oh my God, he killed Master so-and-so. And then he's like, oh my God. And he starts going on a run. So he's framed for 3 murders quite quickly. And during his departure, he comes across this woman who was trying to take something. So he rescues her. She gets hurt real bad. And he has like this, it's not magic. It's sort of like this energy he used. It's called vital energy. And it looks like wind. And he's able to kind of heal her a little bit and, you know, keep her alive. And he seems to be very strong, but he's like, okay, I need a doctor to help you out. So rather than run away and try to figure things out, he literally goes back to figure things out with all the people that wants to kill him. And it just becomes this adventure of him trying to discover who he is and who he wants to be. And it just, the fighting really starts after he returns, and it's like, whoa, this is very intense and it's very cool. I said it ends on a cliffhanger because, like, I thought the final battle was over, and then like there was like a scene at the end, and I was like, yo, what's this? Fight, do another fight, and it literally ends with like just 2 characters staring at each other, and I'm like, is there going to be a part 2? I don't know, but it's a cool movie. You get, again, a lot of the wire movements, you know, they move real fast, but the energy looks pretty cool. There's other energies. This one guy did like some palm strike, which was crazy. Another guy had like fire hands, but he does like a dragon technique. So when he starts using the energy, you hear like a dragon in the background. But if you like kung fu type movies with a little bit of story, this is pretty cool, and I enjoyed it. Again, Donnie Yen is the man, so when he starts getting in his bag of fighting, I was like, oh, this is so good. And it was a really long, intense fight scene against a bunch of people, and I was like, yeah, this is why I tuned in for this. But it's cool. I'm a big fan of Donnie Yen. Really enjoyed this movie. If you're looking for some action with a little bit of story and some heart into it, you should check this out. It's called Sakra. I don't know where to tell you to find it because, you know, I don't know where it's streaming. But those are just my thoughts. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching.